rising frictions between an increasingly assertive China and its neighbors. This man has proven that a childhood dream can come true if we work hard on it. I met Andris Halim, the author of the Indonesian comic strip entitled Cakrapolis. We are now with Andris Halim, the author and creator of Cakrapolis. Welcome to our studio, or should I say Cakrapolis studio.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
So what is your inspiration of writing this comic?
When first I wrote Cakrapolis, this was actually a childhood dreams that has become a rather serious work.
Right.
When we first wrote Cakrapolis, the idea was to write something different about a superhero story. So we think hard on how to present it to our audience, because we understand how smart and advanced the audience are today. So the inspiration is to present to our readers something totally new. We set a superhero story, but we twist it a bit. We tell that from the side of the city point of view rather than from the superhero point of view. Mm-hmm. That's what we are doing. And with Cakrapolis, eventually you'll get to know the hero. The name is Chakra. But before that, not before we introduce you to the details and a lot of point of interest in the city of Cakrapolis itself.
Right.
Cakrapolis is a city that is ruined because of a long-time war.
But it's not based on like one of Indonesian cities, or is it like the background
no.
stories in Jakarta?
No, and that's why this is different. Cakrapolis is set in a parallel world. It's a world quite similar to ours, but yet quite different.
Yes.
Cakrapolis, as it is today, is ruined because of a long-time war, and the people are struggling to get the city back on its feet. Mm-hmm. And they believe they can do that by finding this artifact of the gods that believes to be able to revitalize the whole city and even the whole planet.
Right.
So that's a simple premise that we offer to our readers. And then we give the story an entire new background and a fresh new background that has never been done before in other local comics.
Yeah, let's talk about the name Cakrapolis.
Yeah.
Do you get the inspiration from Indonesian public figures, or where do you get this name?
Okay, first of all, we'd like to create a city that can stand of its own. The name should be catchy, and of course we are influenced a bit by all these Marvel and DC's comics. But what we are doing is that we put together all these elements, because there are so many elements that we want to use, and mix it a bit with the Indonesian Indonesian flavor. Mm-hmm. And this is what we have.
How's the public acceptance of the local comic?
You know, this has gone way beyond my imagination. The fact that I can sit here with you, it's just unthinkable. But we got our big break when the national newspapers published it last year. That was the first episode. And the second episode continued and just finished like last week. Mm-hmm. With me sitting here, it is now a challenge for us to do more than just what we are doing now.
Tell me about your upcoming project. You said that you're going to write another comic.
Yeah. Writing comics makes us realize how difficult and how tedious the work is. And stopping at Cakrapolis is, of course, not an option. So will
it continue, though? Will be
Cakrapolis will continue,
second episode.
And hopefully it has, okay, the whole story has been completed, and now we have completed over 400 panels.
Okay.
But we start looking at different characters. In fact, we start doing funnies now. Mm-hmm. Totally different than Cakrapolis. I'm about to launch it next week, hopefully, if one of the deals materialize.
So what is the genre of the next comic?
Okay, this next comic is called Kinuk and Ye. it's very funny. So one is a little puppy that is ignorant and rather stupid. The other is a little bear that is actually very smart. And so they work together on a daily basis and present us the funny thing on what they're doing.
What would you say to future animators, authors like yourself who wants to be in this comic industry but still don't have that confidence looking at the Indonesian market right now? What would you say to them?
That's really the key. When I wrote Cakrapolis and get together with artists and the coloring, we had little ideas on how vast the talent and the creativity of those people, artists and Facebook and everything else. But now that even we can do this, well, they should be able to do more.
Andris, Halim, thank you very much for your time.
I thank you. Thank you.
Andris Halim's next comic characters, Kinuk and Ye, are named after his daughter's dolls. More Indonesians shortly will meet a Japanese anime lovers community in Jakarta. And we take a tour to Bukit Tinggi. That's next.